Explorer Save the Victor. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It is another video from your older than average YouTuber here on the YouTubes. And today we are going to be playing with the Gothic palette from Cosmic Brushes. And we've snuck in the Frosting Highlighter palette as well. So we've got a sneak peek here of one of the looks we did today. This is a 2-look video. So if that is what you're into, you're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. Okay, swatchy time. We're gonna do of always first row, second row, third row from left to right. So this first shade here is called Chosen. And again, no primer, just my phalanges. This next one is called Phantom. And I'll just give this an extra whirl there. So that is Phantom. And then we have the shade Serpent. And remember, swatches and what they look like on the eye are generally two different things. Then we've got the shade Powerful. Oh, that is really pretty. Then the next shade is called Immortal. That is, oh, that would be a nice blending. It's very light. It's a light pink. It's almost a shade of my skin when blushing. Okay, so this is Nocturnal. Ooh, that is really pretty. And then we have Obscure. That would be nice inner corner, topper, brow highlight. Then we've got Supreme. Let's give that another go. There we go. And these do go on really nice on the eye. I have my first look completed. And then this next one is called Pale Moon. So, ooh, this one's really pretty. Pale Moon. Then we have Lace. This is a nice blending out shade as well. And then we have After. Okay, and this one goes on really nice, so seriously, don't ignore kind of the swatch. It just gives you a little quick idea. And last but not least, the namesake in the palette, which is Gothic. And it is this nice black with a little bit of sparkle. You do see a little bit of it on the eye, but it definitely sparkles, help with blending. So there we go. There are our swatches. Here's also from my iPhone, so you can see that they do swatch nicer. Sometimes with the big lights, they don't look as good. And then now let's go into lower light here, so that you can, again, see the swatches. They're definitely way better than they look like on the big camera. Okay, so now we're going to be playing with our first look with the Gothic palette by Cosmic Brushes. This one is a little bit smaller than their average size, but other than that, it's in the same style of packaging. You have the outside matching your inside, and then you've got your mirror here, and then you've got this beautiful color story here. We've got a sparkly black, and then we've got pinks, purples, and a little bit of neutral. So we're going to do one look today. I'm going to a Halloween fair again. Yes, I know, another one popped up, and we're going to go. This one apparently is pretty big, so that should be fun. So we're going to play with this. I was a bad girl. I picked up, because I missed it last time, their Frosting Highlighter palette, so we're going to do that as well. But because I'm getting ready, I don't have scads of time. I'm going to do this in voiceover, and I will point to the colors, and then I will later on when I edit put them on screen, because usually then if I can concentrate and not talk, then the videos are a little bit shorter. We're going to do a couple looks, and that way I can kind of play it, because I think I have an idea, but you know how I roll, I might change mid-go. Other things that I will be using, I will of course be using my Sephora tape, because I'm going to do an angled look today. I'm going to maybe use a little bit of this purple eye primer that I have, And then I thought maybe to add some drama to the purple, I might add from my Artitude Halloween mystery box, I might add a little bit of this green liner, and I've grabbed one of my Suva water activated liner brushes to do that. And then I also, with my last Cosmic Order brush, I bought one to try, and then this time I snuck in one of these, and I want to see if that's going to help me with my doing my shape. I am liking their brushes. Yes, I'm buying them one or so at a time because I didn't have that much to splurge at one time, and so there we go. So we'll also mix some other brushes, but I thought we might as well play with these while we have them as well. So I'm just now going to go over to voiceover mode. Okay, so we're putting on our Sephora tape. We're going to do ourselves a nice wing today. And then, like I said, we're going to use that P. Louise dupe. It's kind of a lavendery purple eye primer, and we are going to smack that all over the mobile lid. It's a nice soft formula. The first shade we're using is the shade Gothic, which is the black sparkly shade. And this is where we're going to do a wing slash going around my eyeball. So we're gonna do, we're gonna line the whole top of my lid and through to the bottom of the lid to make like, I'm gonna call it a border for all the color and to give it some shape. I really do like this brush. It is doing the trick and doing what I was wanting it to do. So I'm quite chuffed with that. So now this is the shade After. This is kind of the darkest purple, I want to say, in the palette, and I was going to use that just on my mobile lid. I was at this point deciding, did I want to leave a gap? Did I want to use lighter colors? So I just thought, well, maybe what I'm going to do is just a dark purple on the mobile lid, and then we can kind of contemplate it. And then it was kind of shaping nicely, so I liked it. So now we're just going to give it a quick clean with a toothpick, and these are biodegradable ones, so don't worry. Okay, and then next up is the shade Obscure. This is the shimmery kind of pearlescent shade when you look at it. It does read a little blue, a little purple, a little white, depending on what it is near. We're just filling this into the gap where I had kind of cleaned up there. And this is quite a flaky shade, so it did drop a little bit on the purple, but we can fix that. And then we are just pressing that on here a little bit before going into our next shade, which is Powerful. So it is the darker purple shimmer in here. And then we're just going to put this on to, of course, using spray, and we will use our finger as well. But we're going to pop this over the darker purple that we already had on our mobile lid. And that will also correct the little bit of the obscure that we got on top there in error. So we're just patting away there just to get a nice opaque effect on those eyes. I think this eye look is coming together quite well. Okay, so now I'm just going to go and fix up some little bits using Gothic, Little Obscura, and all the shades that we've already used to intensify the look. Okay, now my favorite part, removing the tape so we can just see how this turned out, if anything has bled underneath, if we've got the shape that we like, if we need to do any tweaks. Sometimes if it's leaked through, I can just use a sponge to clean up a little bit, but it looks good. And then we're just going to use a shade After underneath to do the bottom lash line. And then we're going to use a little bit of the shade Supreme to blend that out. So now onto the inner corner, we're using the shade Obscure. This was the lightest one in the palette of the shimmers. The next one up kind of having a bit of a goldy pink tinge. So I think this was the right choice. And I think it looked really good. And then we're going to try that green water activated liner, fingers crossed that it works. And I'm just going to use that along the top part of the eye shape. It is called Courage. It is a great green color, and this one worked really well. And just like the Suva, I do it kind of like in the consistency of pudding, and it worked really well. I think I'm quite happy with that. So next step, now that we're done with this, is going to be putting on our base. Okay, so here we are. We're almost done. So we finished our eye look. I just put on some half lashes, a teeny bit of mascara. Of course, I did my base. Blush, I used Besame Color Effects bronzer. For lips, I've used my favorite right now, which is from the Dose of Colors. It's their 10th anniversary. It is the Black Rose, and it is the pencil and the matching lippy. And then now, last but not least, is this. So of course, the container matches the package. And this is the Frosting Highlighter Trio from Cosmic Brushes. And then I'm just gonna leave there's a little plastic on there, but these are the 3 shades here. They are called Golden Apple, Cinnamon Swirl, and Blueberry Muffin. So the Golden Apple, which of course will be the, I guess, greenish shade, or yes, there we go, has a little bit of a green tinge. And then the Cinnamon Swirl, there we go, a little bit of pink and shimmer. The lights are a little bright. It is really early this morning, because we wanted to go earlier to and then this is Blueberry Muffin. We wanted to go earlier, but I'm going to be leaving a little bit later because my friend decided she wanted to sleep in another half hour. So there we go. So those are the shades there. I think you can see there a little bit better. But anyways, we could go, I think, with the Blueberry Muffin, or we could actually go with the Golden Apple because I do have some green. But I think because I have a very pink blush, I'm going to go with the Blueberry Muffin. And we're going to do that. And we'll save the green one for tomorrow's look, because tomorrow I'm going to Pumpkins in the Dark. So let's take a little Blueberry Muffin here and see what we get. Let's look in my mirror because, like I said, the lights are a little bright. Oh, that's pretty. So hopefully, usually it's not as bright when I'm editing. It just feels really bright when I'm filming. So hopefully we will be able to see a beautiful shimmer. Yeah, this is very nice. It doesn't feel glittery. It just feels very wet. Like wet look. That is really pretty. So I can't wait to use this some more. Oh, I can't seem to stop. For our next look. So what do you think of the first look? I love it. Okay, on to the next one. Alrighty, so we're going to start priming using the black primer, and then we're going to go into the shade Phantom. That's the first one we are going to use on the outer part and along the top of our lid. This is one of the nice burgundy-ish type shades or maroon shades. I really quite like it. It did take a little bit building up on the black base, so I may have wanted to have used a lighter base, maybe for next time. And then after that, what shade are we going to use? We are going to use the shade Serpent, and this is a kind of pinky shade. And then we're using that on the majority of the lid, or I'd say about 3/4. And then I'm just going to go and intensify some of the colors here that we started with. And just keep kind of building up. And then we are just cleaning that up a little bit before we're going to do the front of the eye. And for that, we're using the shade Immortal. This is the lightest pink in the palette, and that makes a nice inner corner. And then we are again using all the shades that we've used before to intensify all these spots that we did before. So it's build, build, build to get to the color that I want. I've really been enjoying this palette so far. I think this is going to be a mighty excellent look if I do say so myself. And then again, just, you know, kind of building, placing color, making sure that they blend in nicely together. And yeah, so it is almost time for some shimmers. But let's start with the bottom lash line first, and we're going to go back to that first shade, Phantom, and do that along the bottom, and then blending that out with a little bit of the shade called Lace. And yeah, like that one YouTuber I follow, what? Eyeshadow on the bottom lash line? You're just not used to it. I think it's Lynn's Beauty, something like that. If I remember, I'll post it up, but I may forget. But there we go. We've got our shape lined up. So now it's shimmer time. So the first shade we're using is Nocturnal. We're using that for the outside. Then we're going to go into Chosen to do on the inner portion of our lid. And of course, we use brush and phalanges. I forgot to get a spray, but these shimmers really don't need a spray. They went on really nicely with a brush, and they most definitely went well with a finger. I just changed the shape of the brush because I think I needed one that was a little bit more dense for the inner corner there. And then of course my favorite, the phalanges. Okay, and now we're on to our inner corner. We're using the shade Pale Moon. I think that was the perfect shade for this eye look. And then once we did that, I needed a little bit of liner. So this is the Rude Cosmetics liner. Just wanted to add a little bit of depth to my eyelashes. And then once that was done, we are on to our base. So we're back. I did a little bit of waterline eyeliner. I put on a few lashes and some mascara. Of course, my base, I have the same base as yesterday. So it is the Maracuja foundation. It is Besame blush, and it's the same bronzer that I used yesterday from Color Effects. And I thought what we're going to do is we're going to play again with the frosting palette. We will put on a lip, and then I will go and finish getting ready, and then we will have final thoughts because I am going to Pumpkins in the Dark tonight. Alrighty, so again, as a refresher, there were 3 shades in here. There was Golden Apple, Cinnamon Swirl, and Blueberry Muffin. So there was a greenish one, a cinnamonish-y one, and the blueberry one. So we did the blueberry one yesterday. I was originally thinking of using the green one today, but I think we're going to go with Cinnamon Swirl since we're very purple and a little bit of pink. So I thought that one would probably be the best one to use. So let's go into there, and then hopefully, I mean, it's going to be as shiny, but hopefully the color goes lovely. There we go. I like this. Look at that. Nice and shiny. So 2 of the highlighters used. Okay, and then last, I haven't had actually a chance to use this shade yet. This is from Creature Cosmetics. It is in the shade, what is the shade? Glasses, please. It is in the shade Boomstick. I keep wanting to call it Broomstick, but this is Evil Dead, so it's Boomstick. So anyways, it is this purple. These are really nice, long-lasting lippies. I really like them a lot. I've been using a neutral brownish one a lot, but it's time to try this one out. This would go good with our eye look. I don't have a lip liner for this one, though. I suppose I could have used the same eyeliner. There we go. Such a pretty color. It's not in the same color family, but that's okay. I could technically take some eyeshadow and put it on top, but that's okay. We want to test this too while we're at it. There we go. Beautiful. Hopefully I got that nice and opaque. Yeah, sometimes the lights make it look like it's not, but it is. So there we go. There is our look. So I'm going to finish getting ready, then we'll come back and we'll have final thoughts on the Gothic palette and of course this little highlighter palette. Alrighty, we'll be back in a sec. Okay, here we are. We're all done. This is our second and final look, playing with the Cosmic Brushes Gothic palette. One more quick look at this beautiful gothic-y color story. I think it's fabulous. First look, I loved it. It was a little bit more on the wild side. This one is a little bit more laid back, but it is so shiny and pretty. I like it. I think it's gonna go good with my little outfit for Halloween. And of course, I am addicted to highlighters. I don't really need any more, but I just had to have this one, and it's great. So there we go. That's our 2 looks with the Gothic palette from Cosmic Brushes. As always, the quality is amazing. I love it. I have no complaints. I even like the small compact size. They got it to me really quickly. Love it. Again, another beautiful release from Cosmic Brushes. So that's it for me. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe even hit that notification bell. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends. We can still play with all the spooky together. As always, behave, make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.